Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Mr. Yeshudhatula, your educator. Today we'll be discussing lecture number 2 of Environment Engineer post. Okay, so already we have done lecture number 1. Remember this point, this is okay, I am just discussing this in periphery. 300 marks of paper is there, and if you're preparing only from the YouTube videos that I am discussing, that you are in a misconception that you will crack the examination. These are the videos, okay, very bluntly and crudely saying that I am just doing it for the promotion only. Okay, and to get little bit of idea that you people can try to understand that how the things are happening. Okay, that's all, nothing more than that. So you have to join my course, and that's how you will be reading that in detail. 300 marks are not small. Okay, and don't wait for any other examination. So at least you have examination that you can prepare for, and if you're pursuing it, so what you will do is you will passionately do it. You will passionately do it. So very important point I have to tell you here. So what is the meaning of passion? A lot of people does not understand that also. Okay, we'll talk about the passion here. Okay, one should have passion in order to pursue something. Passion is something which is intangible. Andy. Okay, it is there in our mind. It is intangible. Okay, so what do you mean by it? Means whether it is day, whether it is night, whether it is evening, whether it is sunny, whether it is power off, whether it is hot, whether it is too cold, whether it is like relatives are there, friends are there, going out is there, etc. Wherever you are just thinking about it. That is called as what? Passion. And if you don't have passion for the competitive examinations, that you are not fit for the examination. You just see the All India rankers of UPSC, what they are saying. They are saying very clearly that they used to study for 12 to 14 hours. So that is more important. Okay, passion is something which is in your mind. The passion so if you're continuously having that in the mind, if you're going to the function also, you are having in the mind that okay, I have to study, I did not study, it's maybe you are regretting it. So that is called as passion. Then come and open the books. Passion will lead to what? Okay, consistency. When you be consistent to pursue your passion, then people say that yeah, he has a very strong conviction because he is after it. You are having very strong conviction, and conviction, the person who is having very strong conviction will lead to what outcome? Definitely you will success in the examination for sure. Very examination. So make sure that it's your passion. In government exam, you don't take selective decisions. Selective decisions are not important. You prepare for the exam, you don't prepare for this exam. This is important, that is not important. I'll prepare for this, I'll not prepare for this. You are not in a position to do all these judgments. You are in a position to do only one thing, that you have to study. Okay, so join my classes with regard to environmental engineer post, and also if you want group 1 and group 2 mentorship, anyhow I'm doing it. It is anyhow very little bit costly. Okay, not costly because it is good amount, because I have to be there with you for one and a half year, 2 years. So that's why, okay, little bit costly. Okay, that's why. So you just aim for it, slowly go 1 2 step ahead for your preparation. You will get the okay job. Fine, this all we have done. There are 2 batches are there, 7 a.m., 9 a.m. Okay, then 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. All batches are there. I have discussed all of this. Okay, everything you will get. In the last class, I have discussed about syllabus discussion was done, and we have discussed about hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere, cryosphere. And if you're thinking that terminologies that we are discussing will not come into the examination, so you are again having the misconception that the terminologies are as important as for the UPSC also. They are talking about, they are giving us the meaning of desertification. They'll give in one statement, then they will give in other statement that convention to combat desertification was enforced in which year. And if you're talking about the terminology, standing crop means what, standing state means what, gross primary productivity is what, primary productivity is what, trophic level is what, etc. All of these questions are appearing in the UPSC examination itself. So if you're thinking that okay, the terminologies are not so important, these are as important, otherwise you will not understand anything in the subject itself. So in the last class we have done with hydrosphere, lithosphere, atmosphere, cryosphere. I have told you very clearly. Land degradation we have discussed, land reclamation also we have discussed. Now we will talk about this spoilage. Okay, for spoilage, watershed and watershed management. Fine. Now, spoilage means you have spoiled it completely. You made the land useless. No more production is happening. Okay, it could be basically because of this much problem. The land will happen only when anthropogenic or human activities are involved, means you have used the land, exploited it so much that it has now become what, useless. Remember this. Spoilage cannot be possible only with what, natural calamities, extreme weathers. It is not possible. It is like human involvement and intervention is must here. That is only called as what, spoilage. Now, what is the meaning of watershed? Watershed, remember this point, watershed is nothing but a lake, okay, a canal, a river, a dam. These are called as watershed. So just imagine a point here. I'll just make a diagram here so that you can understand. This is our Hyderabad. This is our Hyderabad. Okay, let us suppose that we are having here Gandipet is there. In Gandipet, what actually we are doing? We are holding water or not? Yes, we'll hold the water. And from the Gandipet, okay, underground water pipes we will have. Underground water pipes will have like this. The water pipes will come. Okay, we'll go here, and this will go here, this will go here, like that. Underground, all this is happening. Underground, all this is happening or not? Yes, and every one of us are getting what? Water. Okay, so the water which is there, okay, whether I'm talking about lakes, whether I'm talking about canals, okay, whether I'm talking about rivers and dams, these are called as what? Surface water. Means that is there on the surface. We can see. That is called as what? Surface water. We also have subsurface water. Subsurface water is nothing but underground water is called as subsurface water. Underground water is called as what? Subsurface water. So either the government will give you the water through surface, or the government will provide you the water through subsurface also. From inside also they can provide you the water. Okay, these are called as what? Watershed. Water is living in a shed, nothing but that shed is called as what? Like tank bund is a shed, nothing but an area where water is stored, area where water is accumulated. Like Mission Kakatiya I am talking about. Mission Kakatiya is equal, give rise to Mission Bhagiratha also, you can say that way. Although they have not linked Mission Kakatiya to the Mission Bhagiratha, Mission Kakatiya is nothing but development of nearly about 45,000 tanks. Okay, nothing but like tank bund we are having, no, like that storage bodies of the water, 45,000 near around. Mission Bhagiratha is nothing but providing tap drinking water to all households. So when these tanks are rejuvenated, obviously tap water providing will become very easy, right? So you have learned about now spoilage, you have learned about spoilage, and just now you have learned about watershed. Now what is important here is watershed management. Means what? Watershed management. Okay, means that watershed, whether we're talking about, okay, lakes, rivers, canals, dams, how we are utilizing these waters for domestic purpose, nothing but drinking, okay, for agriculture, for energy production. So basically watershed management is nothing but utilize the water resources in a more productive way, making sure that it is not being contaminated and stays for a long period of time sustainably, okay, to give us the desired result. Means how we want to use these water bodies, okay, if we are able to use it, it is called as best watershed management. And other countries will also come and see here, okay, you're doing like this, okay, we'll also do like that. So that is only called as what? Benchmark practices. Benchmark practices are nothing but when someone is doing very, very good, copy them, that's all. Easy to do it. That is called as what? Benchmark practices. That is watershed management here. Okay, so watershed is an area that supplies water by surface, that I have told you, or by subsurface flow. To given a drainage system, or drainage system is nothing but that water pipes that I am talking about, that is only called as drainage system or body of water. Size is not a factor. That's why I have listed lakes, rivers, okay, I have listed ponds, etc. Everything I have listed because size is not important. Our water tank will be there in the rural area, no, that is also called as watershed only. Watershed varies from few hectares to millions of square kilometers. For example, Ganga, and smallest one you can have what? A pond or a lake or a well, whatever it is. Okay, we have learned it. Then watershed management is the integrated, that is what I have told you how we are using this water for the purpose of land, for the purpose of plants, for the purpose of water in geographically discrete drainage area. Okay, we are using this water in discrete drainage area. Discrete is nothing but which is very far. Okay, and we are using in what, Hyderabad. From here the water is, it is in very different area. We are taking this water and supplying to what, Hyderabad. That's why it is called as what, discrete drainage area, for the benefit of its residents, with the objective of protecting and conserving the hydrological services. Okay, what water can do in our life, we are trying to provide protection to it with the help of accumulating the water here. Okay, that watershed provide, and of reducing, avoiding negative downstream or groundwater impacts. Why? Because you have to use the watershed in such a way that if the excessive rainfall is there, you should not let it overflow. If overflow is there in the downstream, it may lead to what, inundation. Downstream, it may lead to what, flood. So watersheds are also, management is also to protect any of the downstream areas. Okay, or groundwater impacts. That is, watershed management is ultimately about achieving water resources related objectives. Water resources related objectives. Clear my point? Yes. So this is watershed management. When you understand like this, no, when you're writing any when you are writing any mains answer, or when you're doing any MCQs, okay, they may ask you in the MCQ that which one of the following are the important which one of the following are important for ecosystem conservation methods. Ecosystem conservation method, they may give you what, okay, watershed management, they may give like this. Okay, in ecosystem conservation, watershed management is very, very important. Then they will say that biodiversity protection, this is also one of the ecosystem conservation measure, right? So when you don't know what is watershed management, how can you correlate with it environment? That's why the definitions and the understanding of them are very, very important for the examination that you are going to write, okay, as soon as possible. Okay, now then we will talk about this one, reefs. First of all, because this is in a picture, so you know that this is our world, this is India, and here Southeast nations, Bali, etc. Here you are having Australia. This Australia is there, no, here all the Australia is like this, no, the Australian, the coast, complete Australia is an island continent. The complete area here is having what, like this, reefs are there. These are called as what, reefs. You can see in the top picture that I am actually scribbling here, you can see. Okay, this is called as reef. Okay, reef is nothing but, you can understand the point here, it is a place where the coral reefs are there. Coral reef is nothing but area which is actually accumulated with lot of corals. Corals are nothing but animal organisms. They are not plants, they are animal organisms. Remember this point. Okay, very beautiful plants. Under, when you do the scuba diving, when you do the sea diving, you will see very colorful in the movies or not. That particular place is called as what, reef. Basically corals are very beautiful, very colorful. Okay, fine. This is important. Why? Because we are going to discuss what, corals in our environment chapter, in our biodiversity, we are going to discuss about it. Okay, because corals are getting what, leached by ocean acidification. Whatever the color that they are bearing, no, that the color is going away, then obviously they will be dying if in that case. So we have to protect the biodiversity in that way also. That's why you have made you sure that you are having here reef. This is how the reef looks like. Now we are having here check dam. Check dam. What is check dam? Check dam is nothing but a dam that regulates the flow of water. That is called as check dam. You can see the I'm just scribbling again in the picture, down picture, that you can see here the red. Okay, these are nothing but we call in our normal language as dots. Okay, and if you see, I daily see whenever I am going to the high court, no, I daily see that in the high court, the back side of the high court, you will see this particular area. It is exactly taken from there only. This okay, so this kind of step wise. Okay, I'll show you very clearly here. So I am here going, this is the complete high court, and this is the road, and this is complete Musi Nadi is going. So here Musi Nadi is like this is going, no, here they made it steppers, like the steppers. Okay, means the water will flow here, tuck like this. So what it is doing, it is actually, this is slowing the river flow, showing the river flow. This is called as what? A small check dam, where you are actually trying to regulate the water flow there. Like if it go rushes means what will happen, it will again erode a lot of underlying areas, erode the boundaries, and when it goes so land area will also get, and it may in case of what rainfall, if heavy rainfall is there, it will go more faster, and storm surges are also possible here, may destroy life and property of the people over there. That's the reason check dams. So if you are still you cannot go to the high court, what you do is go to the tank bund, stand at the corner of the tank bund, okay, to the right side. If this is the tank bund, either you stand here or stand, and there you don't stand, because there where you are going towards secretariat, don't stand there here near. If you're coming from the Patni, you just stand at the first, okay, where the tank bund start, either left side or right side. You just see like this, you will see what? You will see the doors, and the doors are working, that's how the complete lower tank bund is being protected with the help of the doors. So whenever the rainy season comes and rainfall is too heavy, you can see the water level is rising, because all the doors will be closed, okay, because otherwise it will flood like anything. So those are called as what? Check dams. So very important, okay, in case of like floods, what the government should do, okay, the government should make sure that the check dams are working functionally or not, okay, because this check dam will help to regulate the flow of water, and also reduces the impact of storm surges. Very important. Storm is nothing but water coming in a very fast flow is called as storm, and that happens only when the heavy rainfall happens, right? Okay, this is important. All of these are important. The understanding that I am giving to you, we can do in a more elaborate way. I will show you some videos also. I'll show you some more pictures also in the detailed classes. Okay. Now, rainwater harvesting. Okay. Whenever we talk about water, we say harvesting. Whenever we talk about resources, we say harnessing. Okay, like you are having iron. Okay, iron you will get from the underground. You will harness it. Nothing but you will make iron into aluminium and try to make sure that we can use it in our making of slabs, making in the construction sector. Yeah, right or wrong? Yes, harnessing, like you are having what. Coal is there, you will mine it and use it for what? Thermal purpose or energy production purpose. You are harnessing. Harnessing is nothing but making or exploiting a resources and putting it to use. This is a proper definition. Harnessing is nothing but take anything, harness it. Nothing but you put it to use. How you will use, it's up to you, but you have to use it. Okay, right. Clear? Okay. Rainwater harvesting. Now you're having harnessing. Now harvesting, whenever we talk about harvesting, when in the water context only, we will talk about harvesting. Nothing but whatever the rainwater is happening, whatever the rain is coming, okay, this should not be wastage. It should not go into drains. It should not go into nalas. It should not go just like on the roads and get what? All waste. It should not be like that. So you do one point that if you do the rainwater harvest, sir, why we have to do it? Obviously, I will tell you that. Suppose in this is what rainy season, June 8th, we are getting what rainy season in our country or not? Yes, the southwest monsoons are hitting. Okay, now this is like this is your apartment, right or wrong? This is your apartment. Clear? This is the terrace, and very badly I'm trying to, please don't mind for it. This is the apartment. Fine. So what do you do in the apartments? You will generally sieve the underground water to the bore well. You will the washman will on the bore, and all of us get the water or not? Yes, very true. Okay. In rainy season also we do the same thing. Here the government is saying that this rainwater is there. No, collect it on rooftop. On your rooftop you collect it, and this rainwater, after collecting it, put it into again the sump. And again use it in your tanks up. And this particular rainwater, okay, obviously you cannot use for drinking. You can also use for making what I say is that food, but at least you can use this water for gardening. You can use this water for cellar washing. You can use this water for car or bike washing or not? Yes. At least this water you can save from underground. No, you don't have to take the underground water. At least underground water resources you can save or not by just doing this rainwater harvesting in the rooftop or not? Yes. So that is the main aim. So to decrease the usage of groundwater, the communities, the societies, or the apartment people are asked by the government to go for what? Rain rainwater harvesting on their rooftop. And if you're doing that, okay, those who are putting rooftop harvesting, government will give incentives also. Okay, and government is also educating us that if you do this, underground water will be saved and you can use again in the next one, summer, etc., and the water table will increase. Okay, aquifers inside under the ground, under the earth will also increase. All of these I have to tell you, okay, in detail when we are discussing the chapters. Okay, fine. So that is why government is saying that use this is called as water conservation method. Water conservation method you can write. Okay, rainwater harvesting. Okay, roof water I have told you. Write in the comment section how can we harness the rainwater harvesting. You give me example in the comment section. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. I'll come with the next lecture tomorrow. Okay, we'll complete the series of terminology for sure, but do join the courses as early as possible so that you will not miss it out. And we are targeting 220 plus marks in the 300 paper, and with this kind of teaching and with this kind of notes and the MCQs that we are going to discuss, I will bet you that you will be very in comfortable position when you're writing the examination for sure. Take care. Have a nice day.